What's up, everyone? Drew, aka Catching Rockets here. Sorry, I'm starting a little bit late. I've had a lot going on here, like just insanity. Um, I was talking yesterday about somebody close to me getting arrested, and I was on the phone for a bit there. I was trying to look over charts and find option plays while I was talking to them, but ended up not being able to find anything. And then also just dealing with some moderator issues. But that's all handled. And then I had to run downstairs and grab some water because I don't want to be coughing like insane. So today, Spy, we opened, gap down, looking bearish. I think I misworded this. What I was trying to say is, like, if we open below this, watch that for a retest for puts. And I always say like a 25-cent range around levels. And so this falls within that. This was your spot to get in puts. And I said to play it down to the previous day value area low. If you took that, you would be rock solid. I was also talking about this 568.21 level being a really important level that we need to get below for bears. Bulls need to get above it, and we just kind of chopped around it all day today. This is, without even opening up volume profile, this is a D-shaped day. No questions. And so if I just hide my candlesticks really quick here, you'll see this is our capital D on the volume profile, which just basically means that price action just was in a range all day long. We can draw SIGs now on the 2-day here. Let me get my candlesticks back. That'd be good. Let's quickly look at our option setups for today. Nothing too insane. Amazon was our first trade. We were looking for a break of 202.40 and then play it up to 203.76, and we tapped 203.79. So hopefully you guys closed before they started selling off on this, so that you got out into strength. But levels pretty damn on point. No mistake. I'm trying to figure out. So I was talking about this earlier. Let me just delete this really quick. If you notice, like here, this would generally be like where you'd be looking to close, and they literally went 1 penny above that. And so the level that I was giving you guys is actually a little bit lower, knowing that there's a good chance we reject there. So it's no mistake on the levels that I give. So that was a good trade if you guys took it. The other one we were looking at was Google, which didn't even trigger. We just sold off, sold off, sold off. Looks like just kind of a slow grind down. Yeah, Google did not have a good day today. So now, we showed this yesterday. We'll show it again. Our win rate, again, we had like a series of misses, and now I think it's 10 wins in a row, which is awesome. And this is not including like stuff that people randomly ask me to look at that I give levels on. A lot of those hit, not including levels we give on SPY. Really quick also, just hello everybody. I do not have time to go through chat today. I have work tonight, so I only have about 30 minutes to get this video done. So with that said, let's start doing our levels. But big hi to everybody. Apologize that I'm probably not going to have time for my usual going through and saying hello to everybody. But I'll try to answer questions if there are questions. Oops. Sounds like my voice is getting better. That's good. Excuse me. So that's our levels. Let's look at news really quick. I'm pretty sure tomorrow's a pretty big news day. I could be wrong. Oh, I guess not. No. We have some pre-market stuff. And that's pretty much it. So I'm pretty sure we're going to gap down. I could be wrong. Let's see where we're at right now. Between 567 and 566. No, that doesn't really tell us much. Or I guess I have it right here on my screen. I don't know why I had to go and figure it out on ES. So we're right at the single prints. Or I should say the top of the single prints. Would not be terribly surprised to see them gap through this overnight. But they are bouncing basically. No, see, they cleared for a minute ES's single prints, and now they're trying to bounce and come back inside. For us, this is where things get more complicated, right? If we gap overnight and end up opening somewhere, between August value area high, August POC, you want to watch basically this entire range, August value area high to the single prints for a retest and then go. Okay. I think I have to be better at wording this stuff. All right, that should be pretty clear. If this happens, look to close August POC or previous week value area low, 2024 value area high. This range here is where you're going to want to close. If we come to this range, you want to be thinking calls, unless we're just like, if they're just doing this, like, don't be trying to get in calls. Don't be trying to catch a falling knife. A lot of people think that things are starting to look bullish or starting to think this is the spot to DCA. I do not agree. Let's take a look at our big picture. So basically, I'm not really surprised to see what they're doing. We've been, here for a while now. I wouldn't be surprised to see this. And you can see they're trying to bounce, basically right off the bottom of the flag. But this is not a bullish candle at all. red day very slightly. And pretty good volume, but decreasing volume from yesterday to today. So they might actually reverse and go back up to the top, tap this 576.98. If they touch this, that's, you want to be in puts, okay? It might take a few days, but you could even do like a few days, 3 or 4 days, something like that. Just depending on how much of the move you want to catch. But if they, if they come up to here, tap this, pretty good chance the next move is going to bring us down to 532. So, some people might close earlier or whatever, or just take it for a few days, catch a move down. All of that's good. If you're wanting to catch the whole thing, I would do a couple of weeks. Right now, we've been here for 20 days or 2 weeks exactly of trading days. But yeah, I think we're probably going to come up, retest this 576.98 level, and then go. This will probably be the last move to the upside. And those people that are, listening to other people and are DCAing early, they're going to be everybody's liquidity. So don't be that person. Right now is not the time to be buying shares. Right now is not the time to be bullish. And I guess I'll try to say this the best way that I can, because even my mind goes there, right? Like, I have a pretty big short position, and I've been like, oh, maybe I should close it. Maybe I should close it. Maybe I should close it. Like, Trump and Elon are saying all this bullish stuff, and like, maybe they do recover the market. Maybe they do make things better. It's not going to happen. I would love to be wrong about that, in the sense that a recession is going to suck for everybody. They're not fun. Things get tough and you have to tighten up, and you don't have money like you used to, and you can't spend like you used to. But then eventually everything gets better economically, and it's, cheaper and easier to live after that happens. And I really think that's where we're going. And again, could be wrong. I'm opening to being wrong, but I don't think you want to be on the wrong side of it. Even like, let's just say I am wrong. I would much rather have my money like in something safe, like a CD, or even like bonds, where I'm not making a ton of interest. And, once things settle down, once we pick a side, either bullish or bearish, then, start dollar cost averaging in. Maybe you miss a move up, life goes on, but you don't lose a ton of money. But I really just don't think this is the spot. So based on, the zoomed out view, there's a pretty good chance we could go revisit 576.98. It's not going to happen in one candle, maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 days. It could happen. It would be pretty amazing if they happened tomorrow, because then, they always say like the market never dumps on a Friday. If they did it tomorrow, everybody could swing puts over the weekend and wake up to a bag Monday morning, For bearish scenario, you want to watch for puts in this range here. Oh, I guess we also need to draw our SIGs. I forgot to do that. They'll generally, we have a poor high here, and so they'll generally want to go above that a little bit and clean it up, and then reject back down. kind of exactly why I have my pointer pointing right at the September POC. But anywhere in this range would be a good spot for puts. Let me turn session volume profile back on and do our SIGs really quickly. So we can do 2-day here. So this, I don't know that this is going to change much of what I'm looking at, but never bad to have more information. So this level's exactly the same, like literally to a T. And this level just gets even stronger. And that's where we're looking for a retest, right? So this is not just our single prints. It's also the second SIG, third SIG. It would be sexy if they opened here and tapped this and then went. Third SIG. Excuse me. Sorry. Wow. That came on so fast I didn't even have a chance to turn my head. I apologize, everybody. Thank you so much, Jumpman. You're a stud, bro. We've got to link his channel. And when I do this stuff and when I say this stuff, like, let me be clear. Very, very, very clear. I don't call out any, like, I don't, what's the word? Oh, Jumpman, type something so I can get your channel. I mean, I guess I can get it from, Keenan's. Okay. I love YouTube ads when I'm trying to give somebody a link. So Jumpman, aka Crypto Plebs, so when I say this, no, absolutely no questions asked, because my my followers know, like, I'll be the first person to call out a scammer. Like, I will, if I think something's fishy with somebody, I'll be the first one to, you know, like, to bring it up, to point, you know, like, to point an arrow at them, and to tell people to avoid them. And if I'm wrong, which I never have been, I'll be the first one to, like, eat my words and, you know, tell everybody, hey, I was wrong. They're not, whatever. But on the same token, if I say this is a channel worth following, if this is a channel worth watching, it's because I've done my research. I've looked at it myself, and there's not a whole lot of channels that I will back or be like, hey, let me post a link to this, because I want to make sure that I'm not leading anybody astray. If you're interested in crypto, Jumpman is the man. Like, he is the man. Really good content, good advice. And again, just if you're interested in trading crypto, go give him a follow. Tons of great information there. And definitely, you know, worth your time, definitely worth listening to. Won't steer you wrong, you know. So definitely go give him a follow. That's the link to his channel right there. So go show him some love. And again, thank you for the memberships. I really appreciate it. So I was right. I mean, the SIGs are not changing much for me, other than just making our single print mid look more, what's the word? Look more enticing for puts. Personally, if price comes up to here, I would probably be getting in here versus waiting for here, with swings, you know, a couple weeks out. This is the big picture, okay? So I don't expect that they'll do this tomorrow, but if they do, that would be sexy and amazing. Oh, nice, Rob. That's awesome. For tomorrow, for a day trade, I would be looking to get in short here or get in puts here. If we do gap down, puts here down to August POC. As far as if you grab puts here, just be aware of this entire range here as an area to close. Specifically this white line, 568.21. But just be aware of all of this. The previous day value area high, excuse me, previous day BPOC, that 568.21 level. But also, with that said, if we do this, you know, there's a pretty good chance that we'll do the 80% rule and tap the previous day value area low. Okay. From here, calls, I would be closing here if that happens, and looking for a reversal back down. Okay. Yeah, I want this 575, 40-ish to get into puts. Let me just go share this in Keenan's. If you guys have any question, now is the time. If not, I'm going to be calling it a day here. And unfortunately, sorry, I didn't have time to look at any options. I mean, I did look through some tickers, but not as many as I normally look at, and I didn't see anything that I like for tomorrow. What was I saying? So, Apple. Sorry, I'm just curious. I was saying to watch for a bounce here. We didn't quite get it, huh? QQQ. I wasn't saying to watch for a bounce. I was saying they need to lose this for lower. So far, that didn't happen. QQQ. I was saying to watch for a bounce from here. If they give it to us. If we lose it, pretty bad. But they also might just want to be coming to the bottom of the flag before they bounce back up. Okay. Third sig looks kind of lonely. This here. Oh, you're saying without me typing. Oops. Oh, really? Come on. My bad. There we go. Good catch. I actually saw it and it didn't register. I was like, why does that line look like it doesn't say anything? But yeah, I didn't register. Okay. Yeah, Alan, I wouldn't be surprised to see them gap down overnight, but we'll see. I don't know. It's like weird because there's something saying to me we're going to gap down overnight, and there's something saying to me they want this before we break and go. But we'll have to just see what plays out. Um, yeah. Um, Almighty Beardman, it's hard. Like, it depends on what you're charting because there's so many. Like, you could be charting a contract for MES, and the levels are going to be very different than if you're charting like the continuous contract, the ES1 exclamation mark. Um, they're not going to have, like your 2024 on MESH is going to be very different than 2024 on ES1 exclamation mark. Um, so that's a hard question to answer without seeing like a chart of exactly what you're talking about and knowing exactly like what contracts you're looking at. Feel free to DM me, but I have to dip out right now, unfortunately. Um, I'm just trying to like look through the chat really quickly, and if there's anything like that needs answering, I'm trying to answer it. Sean's asking how I decide on take profit, exits, levels. Um, I'm trying to think of the best way to word this, but it's really just like through knowing. Oh, thank you. Um, like what levels are respected more, what levels are stronger. And I think a lot of it is just experience. Like single prints and like third sig are generally always an area where you see a reversal. Um, and then our August levels and also like our 2024 value high, these have always been really strong levels. Just looking like historically, like so here, like when they came to the August POC, we sold off, right? When we came here, we got above it. It started acting as support. We got a big bounce from there. So now that we're above it, we kind of expect it to act as support again. Um, but also the 2024 value area high, kind of the same thing. Like here, they were able to get over it, whatever, reject or bounce. And then we broke below. It turned into... Sorry, I'm going to zoom in really quick. Like, so here we broke above and then came back through, broke over, retested. This would be where you grab calls. And it went up pretty good. Came back, retested another spot to grab calls, went up pretty good. You would actually also grab calls here, but you would have got stopped out. So I'm not trying to like ignore that. A lot of people, when they do like analysis, they'll just mention where their plays would have worked in retrospect, like looking backwards. But you have to be honest, and say, oh yeah, if I was trading, I would have grabbed calls here and I would have got stopped out, right? So this is our break above 3 5-minute candles or more above retest. You would have got stopped. Break above 3 5-minute candles or more retest calls. Break above 3 5-minute candles or more calls. Nice.
He gave me two.
I know.
Is it per one you get one?
Mm-hmm.
Then how we get two?
What do you mean?
Then why is there two?
I don't know. Sent you two. Um, so we're always looking, for those stronger levels where they're respected and like support becomes resistance. And I think the more you look at charts, like if you're not sure, like, oh, if I'm trading in this range here, wherever here is, where should I be looking for, to close and to open? You look to the left and see, like what levels are being respected. And like even here, like the August value area high, here we broke below. This is your retest. This is where you would grab puts, right? Here they were able to break over it. It was kind of sloppy actually. And they've just been like chopping around, but here we got another good bounce right off of it. And then here when we were below it, we rejected from it. And then this might not make a lot of sense to a lot of people, but it might make sense when I say it. When you have a really strong level that they're having trouble like getting over, a lot of times they'll just do it in the overnight session. Or like if we look here, this is our our 2024 value area high. We came here and just kept bouncing off of it. Came back, bounced off of it again, and then they were having trouble, I guess, getting through this August value area high / whatever it is, previous week POC. And so they just gapped through it in the overnight session, right? When there's strong levels, and it's probably actually more this level here, the 568.21 that they were wanting to get above, and they're having trouble doing it during the regular day trading session, they just gap over it at night. And you'll see that pretty common pretty often with like strong key levels. So like here, we gapped over the July value area high. So they'll do stuff like that. They'll gap over strong key levels. But the best advice I can give is like, in my head, I know from Charting Spy, from Trading Spy, my August levels are really strong. August and September are both very strong. So anytime I come to like an August level, whether it's value area low, POC, value area high, or I come to a September level, value area low, POC, value area high, I'm looking for a reaction. Anytime I come to yearly levels, 2024, I'm looking for a reaction. Single prints are always going to be strong levels, so I'm always looking for a reaction at those levels. Third SIGs are always going to be strong levels where I'm watching for a reaction. So just over time, you just look and, start looking to the left and seeing how price reacts at a specific level, and figure out where you think price will react, when you come to it to figure out where to close your trades. And that's really just the best I can say on it. Like, still bearish on AMD, yes. It's a buy. TLT is a buy here. I mean, it could go lower. If this is something you're interested in, you start whatever. Grab a few shares here. If it comes lower, grab some more. If it comes to like 84.30, just load the boat. They might go as low as 82.50-ish. But, you just have to know that there's a chance they're going down to here. but there's also a chance that they just bounce somewhere in this range and they don't give you these prices. So if you want it, this is the spot to get in. And then if you're in, I'd probably close right around here personally. But yeah, right there. Okay. Yeah, Sean, you're good. I mean, just really just follow the advice. One trade a day, 6 months. Um, Look for setups when the market's closed. It'll all start falling into place. It'll all start clicking. Journal all of your trades. And all of this stuff will just start clicking into place and making sense. Um, I will say this. I don't have any magic, right? Um, I don't have some crazy information you guys don't have. And so when I'm looking at levels, I mean, I'm just looking left. And the information is there available for everybody. Um, it'll start clicking. You know, like when you figure out like there's a strong support or resistance level, you'll start to see it. You know, like when price does this, like comes to here and sells off from there, and then we come back to here and it sells off, and then they have to gap over it, then you would expect the next time we come to here, they're probably going to bounce. Or actually to this previous week POC, which they just about did today, right? Um, so it'll start popping out to you. The more and more you chart, these things will just pop out. You don't even have to like really look closely. They'll just kind of start to pop out in your eye and make sense. All right, so now I'm running a little bit late because I've been talking too much. But what's up, Elite Mark? Much love, everybody, as always. I guess the most important thing I want to say is have a good weekend. Good luck trading tomorrow. For anybody on Shorty's Discord, I should be live, but like an hour after the market opens tomorrow because I have work tonight. As always, you know, huge thanks to all the subscribers. Extra big thanks to the friends of the stream. Extra big thanks to Jumpman for the friends, or for donating the friend memberships. And as always, like a big thanks to the people that chat and keep things interesting. If you're new here, basically 5 days a week, Sunday through Thursday, we go over charts. We'll chart SPY live, kind of figure out what levels we're interested in being in calls, what levels we're interested in being in puts. And then we also try to share option setups whenever we see them. And we have a pretty good win ratio, win to loss ratio. I'm very picky about stuff that I'll share with people, like as far as trades. So I do my best to make sure that they're going to be winners. Nobody's going to be 100% correct, but I'm very, very selective of what I'll call out on my channel. And then also a few days a week, we'll go over futures and do a market update on what we think futures are going to be doing. And they'll probably be selling from here. This was a good short if you're on ES. Yeah, so a few days a week we go over futures and give an update on futures. And then generally like once or twice a month we'll do classes on trading. And we're not selling courses or selling Discords, so there's no secrets. We give all the information here, and we're not trying to sell you something like a lot of Discords are. I'll say this just because it's probably not said enough. All of the information is available. It's in books. Knowing what books to read is kind of important, but some really good ones are linked in the description of this video. But there's no new information out there. There's nobody on YouTube that has some secret sauce that they can sell you, or secret information they can sell you. Everything about trading is in books, and you can buy those for a reasonable price and just read them and learn. We teach it all here for free. Obviously, like learning from somebody makes things a little bit quicker, or having like a mentor would make things a little bit quicker, but you want to be careful who you're learning from, and also be careful, with mentorships, because most people selling mentorships are because they're not profitable themselves, so they're trying to make money in other ways than actually trading. So with that said, just protect yourselves. Be careful who you listen to. Be careful who you're learning from. And like I said, it's all there in books. Here on this channel, you're basically, like, if I'm teaching, you're learning from me. I was mentored, very, very fortunate. I was mentored by a market maker. And then sometimes my mentor, Shorty, teaches on my channel, and he's a market maker. So, like, you're learning from the source, like, really, really good quality information. But yeah, just be careful who you learn from. Don't pay for crazy stuff. Don't pay for crazy discords. There's no secret sauce. Okay. With that said, everybody have a great weekend. Good trading tomorrow. I'll see you all about like 1 hour after the market opens. If I see anything crazy, I'll call it out in Keenan's. And with that said, much love, much respect, everybody.